Hey,
I
can you hear me?
yeah,
All right, cool. How are you?
nervous. Kind
That's cool. That's normal. Cool, cool.
but like in a good way though.
Uh-huh.
Like
Y-
it's like, oh my God, is this happening? Oh Lord.
Yeah. I know this is my first live. Is this your first live? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Hey.
Why?
Saying hi to Jennifer. What's up, Jennifer?
Sup, homie?
Cool. Thanks for joining. We'll wait just one more minute.
Yeah, that's fine. I think she said to wait like we will get in like 2 minutes before or something.
Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. Hi.
Hi.
Can you see the comments too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hey,
Oh, hi.
Andrea.
It's so weird. Like,
Oh, cool.
oh, that's
All
cool.
right. Well, it's 7. So thank you guys for joining us on our first live with Transformable Blog. This is the first of many that we're doing. And we're wanting to do these interviews and catching up with alumni that has worked with the Cliff Gallery, that has also just been an art student at Mountain View. So we're excited. We have invited Yeltsin Canini. Did I okay, Canini for our first interview. So welcome, Yeltsin. Thank you so much for accepting and joining us. So
Thank you for having me.
yeah, of course, of course. So how's your semester going? I know that's probably like a really typical question to ask, but how's your semester going so far?
It's been it's been interesting for sure. Because I'm usually not a online student. I learned that the whole way like on my first semester in Mountain View.
Hmm.
I'm at UTA right now.
Okay.
Um, but like so far I'm passing.
Good. That's great.
So hopefully keeping it up.
I'm sure you will. Nice, nice. Cool. And are you working on, do you have any studio classes right now or
Sadly not
okay.
because I took all my studio classes in Mountain View. So when I transferred to UTA, I'm only taking like the because I'm majoring art history
Okay.
specifically. So right now I'm just kind of developing those art history classes,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
eventually I will have to take science classes. But so far it's been art history.
Okay, nice. And you're liking your art history classes?
Yes, I
Nice.
absolutely adore my art history classes. Like
That's so
I
good.
I don't think I have ever gotten to a point like in a day where it's like if I'm not doing like drawing, I'm doing the art history like
Yeah.
projects and stuff. So
That's really good. And as an artist, for you to take, if since you're an art history major, you're going to take extra art history classes in like a studio major. That's really good for you as an artist because like you'll know so much more background and you're going to learn how to do analysis on paintings, which will help you describe your work as well, not just other people's in history, but it also will help you as your own artistic career. So that's really awesome.
that's true. That's
Yeah,
very true.
that's awesome. So speaking of your artistic career, are you working on anything like any artwork right now?
Well, ever since like I started my the semester, it's been kind of hard. I am working on
Hmm.
something. It's just slowly. It's just been slow, just because of the fact that I have to do my schoolwork outside. Like
Sure. Oh
from
yeah.
class. But so far, I did a piece recently.
Hmm.
It's called Alita. I call it like that because that's what I call my grandmother, and that's one of her flowers. So,
Oh, cool.
um, so it was. So I'm working like giving her a sister kind of thing, like
Mm,
doing what's it called? I totally forgot what this a diptych piece.
right.
So I'm
Right.
basically doing like the twin for it.
Hmm.
So hopefully it comes out okay, but we'll see.
Nice. Cool. Can we see like your work in progress? Can you show us? The piece,
Uh,
if not, no worries. It's okay. If
right. Literally, it's just because I did a base paint
okay.
of like dark blue right
Hmm.
now, but it really doesn't have anything. It really
Okay.
doesn't have anything else besides the dark blue.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Would you be comfortable showing us your studio space, like how you're set up right now?
Sure. It's
Nice.
kind of a mess, though. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
that's how it should be because you're working.
Let me see. So, since I
Interesting.
don't have a typical like art studio like other people, I have this
That's cool.
like this is usually where I paint here.
Nice.
I kind of paint on the floor. See, like I'm one of
Yeah.
those. I like to be on the floor when I paint, and then this
Yeah.
is where I
Hmm.
do like my sketch work and all that stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
So I just
Yeah.
take like the lamp, and then I just
Hmm.
like put it here, and then I just start to paint there.
Yeah, that's just perfect.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
So are you mostly drawing or painting right now?
I've been drawing a lot recently.
Hmm.
Just because of my projects and what it requires of me.
Hmm.
And so far, painting. I want to paint. Like the thing is, because of the time that I have, it's kind of hard to paint because I also work. So it's
Hmm.
kind of
Hmm.
like
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is, right? Like, trying to balance school and work and also try to make art. But I think it's great that you're still putting that work in for your artwork because that's sometimes you just get tired, which is also okay too, right? It's okay to rest and take a break from it. Um,
that's
some some people are asking if you could show the complete piece of the the one about your grandma, the flower piece.
oh, hold up. Let me see if I don't. Can I show it from here? Hold up.
And you
Let
can
me,
like switch the camera too if you want. Or
so let me see if I can show it real quick. It's because it's kind of an angle, so it's kind of weird. Actually,
Mhm.
I'm done. Hold up.
Hey,
The light. Anyway,
yeah.
so far,
Oh, beautiful.
so basically, the reason why I call it like that is because like during the before I was a couple of hours before I was born, or I think that's how the story goes.
Uh-huh.
Before I was born, my grandma had this flower,
Mm.
and basically, I think it's called the well in Puerto Rico we call it a dama de noche. So I think it's a flower um, that blooms at night, like once or so. Like it's like really rare when it blooms,
Uh-huh.
and so it basically bloomed the moment like it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
We're
okay.
like, oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. And how do you pronounce that your what you is it what you call your grandma?
Yeah, that's what I call my grandma. So it's Elita.
Elita?
Elita.
Oh, cool. My nieces and nephew call my parents Lita and Lito.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like short for abuelita and abuelito, yeah. So I was like, oh, that sounds like what my nieces call my parents. Nice, cool. So do you have any like who are your current like favorite artists right now that you're following that are like a really big influence on you in your work? Because it changes, throughout time.
Mhm.
So yeah, so let us know who's some of your favorite people right now.
So far, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I knew. Like, I didn't know if you were gonna ask that question, now, so I wrote them down
Yeah.
just in case. Um, so far, there are four artists that I kind of like their style a little bit, and hopefully, I can develop something like that.
Mhm.
Um, one of them is called Timothy Bone. He's from Wisconsin, and I think he focuses on drawing and I think digital art, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, nice.
If you know the artist, correct me like at any time. And then Jean Lesseux, he's from France.
Okay.
Uh, Now, the cool thing about those two people is like their work is very ethereal. It's like very like
Mm,
it's I don't even know how to describe. It's so like very fantasy, very magical kind of deal. It's
okay.
I just love. And he bases on drawing too, and I think he also paints. So
Okay.
for what I could see, he draws first,
Hmm.
and then he paints over it with like golden pigment.
Oh, like gold leaf
I I don't know
or
if he uses gold leaf, or he actually paints like the gold on it. Like
oh, okay.
I'm not really sure.
Uh-huh.
But it's really cool.
Yeah.
Then
Uh,
I know Tran Wen. Um, and I don't know where she's from. If you know that, let me know. I would love to know. And she's an illustrator, but as far as I could see, she does painting,
mhm.
but she does like watercolor as well as drawing at the same time.
Okay.
So it's like she like layers her work,
Mm,
for what I could see.
yeah.
And then I can't pronounce this name. It's like Monek or something like that. He's from Korea. He does like drawings and stuff. He
Uh-huh.
does like pencil and pen. I don't know how he does it with pen. They look cool regardless, but it's like I cannot. I can never.
Right. And these are they more like illustrative type artists,
I,
or do
I
you see
think
like
they're
a common theme in the people you're really interested right now?
honestly the first two. There is a common theme in that ethereal celestial type of realm. The
Mm-hmm.
other two, not. I think they're all illustrators.
Okay.
But I think the first two, they're more like again that ethereal aspect of how a person goes and like into that celestial realm, like how they will look, like
Yeah.
it kind of reminds me a little bit of like kind of like how Leonardo like paints like angels and stuff whenever he does those things. But this
Mm-hmm.
one is more into like the very Greek, uh,
Mm.
kind of like Michelangelo type of deal. Like
Yeah.
they go to that Greek realm or that Roman goddesses type of deal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I think Allie, we have a question. Oh yeah, it was what do you like about ethereal work? And if you guys have any other questions for Yeltsin, let us know. And we can answer them.
What it's I think it's the flow
Mm,
of how the work can look. Because sometimes it's and I guess I learned this in art history. A lot of the times that when we see something that's like physically like it looks realistic, but like
hmm.
because sometimes it's so realistic that it's like okay, like we know that a person can look like that. So
Hmm.
in our artistic view wants to exaggerate it.
Mm,
Like it could be like maybe the muscles don't look like that, but like
yeah.
it probably so they exaggerate like that bone structure, those muscles, like the arms are probably extended a little bit. So it's just really how they exaggerate the
Hmm.
human figure and the elements that they add to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Nice. Let's see. Does anybody else have any questions so far? Um, Ali, do you have any pictures of some of the work that you like? Any pictures of some of their work that you like? Or
I
is it
said,
probably just online, like on their
yeah,
website?
yeah, it's
Or okay.
probably just because I usually follow them on Instagram.
Okay,
So
cool.
like I always like I like to keep up with them and kind of see like what they do and stuff.
Yeah,
But sadly, I don't have any like physical picture to show
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. That's cool. I know you've been working on. I was watching on your Instagram page. You've been doing like your drawing, um, like
Oh,
prompts. Those are really great.
I I try I try to do Inktober. I think that's probably the best idea that ever came out of October.
Inktober. Yeah.
It because like it keeps you like it makes you practice, you know, like in a
Yeah.
meet where it's so hard to do. And
Hmm.
I like the idea that it makes you like critically think
Hmm.
and like how to place things, how to make it make sense, you know.
Yeah.
And so I try my best. I'm not super good at like illustrations like that. I usually do like realism, but like
Uh-huh.
I guess that helped me to actually do like more into that into like that how can I explain it? More into that illustration realm kind of deal.
Yeah, it looks really, is that on like a software program or is that on just pen and ink?
I draw first in pencil and then I go through pen and ink.
Oh wow, it looks really good. I keep thinking they're on like a program, like you're like on a tablet or something.
I'm not in that level yet.
It looks really good.
Eventually, I would like to go. I'm afraid of digital. It's kind of intimidating to
Oh,
me.
me too. Me too.
I, I don't understand. Like, it's so good. Like, I'm like, how? But
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was always like I don't like digital, but then I realized that because I took you have to take digital design at some point. And yeah, I realized that I do use the software that we learned on there quite a bit. So eventually technology will really benefit you. That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
cool, cool. So you were our work study. I met you at the end of last year. So it was the end of, I guess, your work study with the Cliff Gallery, right?
Hmm.
How was your experience at Mountain View? Because I know you're at UTA right now.
It my as in the gallery itself and Mountain View in general.
Let's do Mountain View in general.
Well, my experience in Mountain View, it wasn't easy for sure.
Hmm.
Um, because like it's because I just came out of high school and all that stuff. And the thing is, it took me specifically longer to get my associates in Mountain View
Okay.
because I couldn't pass that a TSI test,
Okay.
and I wasn't been able to pass it for the past 4 years I've been there. So it's like usually you'll take your associates in 2 years. I
Yeah.
wasn't able to get it until 4 years, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. And there's no really big timeline ever, like yeah, people take 6 or 7. You can take a break in between that if you wanted to.
True. But I
Yeah.
think for me, but I think how I saw it is like, that I see people kind of like, and there's something that was on me, like I shouldn't have focused on like seeing other people, like, and how
Mm,
their progression is instead of seeing myself and my progression because everyone goes differently. And that's something that
of
I have to
course.
learn.
Of
And,
course.
but I was just grateful the fact that I was able to take it thanks to the librarians in Mountain View. I think they
Mm,
were a like big part of me moving towards moving forward and progressing.
uh-huh. Great.
As well as the art professors, I think they were pretty amazing too.
That's great. What about your experience with the Cliff Gallery? How was that for you?
Oh, let me tell you.
Please tell us.
Like I absolutely love working on the Cliff Gallery. I think it was I used to before the Cliff Gallery. I used to work in the library.
Okay.
But the thing is, I think the art professors were trying to have me work with them for the longest time.
Hmm.
So the fact that when I went to the Cliff Gallery and I don't know, I felt like I went to another level that I
Hmm.
didn't know I had.
Mm,
And the fact that there's I learned how to speak to people better. I
yeah.
learned how to explain stuff better
Hmm.
in an artistic sense.
Right.
And it's also kind of like I don't know. It's like I felt like everything kind of came. It was coming together, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. Like everything was kind of connecting. You know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You were. meant to go through all of that, meet those certain people and to get to that point. Yeah, and I know when we met, you had talked about you were really interested in doing restoration, right? And how you like by being at the gallery, you had learned like a little bit of that, and that might be of interest for you to do later.
Mhm.
And you're still wanting to do that
Oh
for.
yeah. Yes. So far, I actually had to thank the Cliff Gallery for that too, because like I mentioned it to the gallery director
Hmm.
before, and then but I'd really never experienced it. I only seen them like in YouTube or Instagram. So
Hmm.
like it was something that I was interested in, but it wasn't concrete yet. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until the gallery director gave me the opportunity to restore one of the artworks in Mountain View that was damaged accidentally.
Hmm.
And the fact that I was able to kind of experience it, like we did the research, we did like what we needed to do, what we needed, and basically like I was scared to kind of start it because like it's not my piece, it's the school piece. And also the professors were, I'm not gonna lie, they were also like very like meticulous, like be careful,
Yeah,
like
of course.
that. And the fact that whenever I was starting to do it and I went through the process, it actually like I had a thrill throughout this and throughout that whole experience.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a confirmation for me. Like this is something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like forever.
Yeah, and I can tell just by you talking about it and even just talking to you at the school, like how this is something that you're so passionate about. And I think
Hmm.
that's so awesome that you are still wanting to do it and learning more about art history and what that means and taking the steps to get there. You do such a great job in asking questions. I think that's really important. And
I
some
do.
people don't do that, but you should ask people, even if they don't work with you close by, but they know somebody that knows something else and you can research that. So that's really great.
Hmm.
Cool. We have a few minutes left.
Oh,
So what do you, I know we're halfway through the semester. So what are you, like, how are you feeling about the rest of the semester? I know I hate to bring up COVID, but it is here. But we don't have to talk about that. But how do you feel about the rest of the semester? Like how that's gonna go for you? What does it look like?
I mean, to be honest, and I mean, I don't mind about talking about COVID. It's
Mhm.
fine. It's something like I know people try to avoid that topic, but it can be avoided. Like you said, it's here,
Yeah.
and we have to be realistic.
Hmm.
A lot of, in some ways, I'm not gonna say that COVID did this amazing thing or whatever, but it did
Yeah.
brought some positive stuff,
Hmm.
throughout this whole thing. Like for example. I used to draw a lot when I was younger,
Hmm.
and the thing is, it's like I don't draw until I'm inside a classroom and the professor tells me what to do. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And at home, I'm chilling. But
Yeah.
during COVID though, I kind of went through a scare. I
Uh-huh.
didn't I didn't get COVID, thank the Lord, but
Good.
it was like I started to draw during that time,
Hmm.
and it kind of kept me sane. So
Hmm.
throughout that whole experience, and
Yeah.
even now, the fact that I'm drawing more and more, as well as painting, has kind of like brought me to a point like everything will be okay. Just keep going. Like
Hmm.
eventually, it will pass. Like someone told me, like this is only a season of what happens, and this is not the first time that this type of scenario has happened.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
it has happened before, so we have
Hmm.
to see it like that. That it's just a season that we can go
Right.
past it. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I think it's great that you are continuing to keep drawing without like a deadline of school, right? Like without
mhm,
having an assignment. You're doing this on your own, and that feels really different, right? Like
mhm,
that feels more like you're just working. You're
mhm,
a working artist. You're working through. school, you're working through just figuring things out, and at the same time growing. So, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. We have one more question. Can you talk about your love of art history?
Honestly, like it's been hours talking about, but I'm not gonna spend that much time.
You
But
can.
basically, I absolutely love art history. Hopefully it shows. Um, and to be honest, it kind of escalated the moment I started to art history at UTA
Mm,
because of how I guess the professors are so like interactive with their art history. Like I took art history in Mountain View, but like it wasn't like UTA.
mhm.
It was very like it wasn't like one on one or anything like that. But the teacher was like giving the lecture, explaining, but she'll make it like very interactive. You know, like she'll
Right.
make it fun. You know, like hey y'all, you know what happened here? You know what I mean? You know, she would talk like that, and I'm like.
It's like some top secret thing you didn't know until now.
But honestly, though, a lot of people I think of it more like learning a religion, to be honest, or learning about
Mm,
religion,
mhm.
because it's kind of like where you kind of have to start. You know, you have to start like, why are they doing art? Why did they do this specific art? Why are they using these symbols? Like, why are they using these characters? You know,
Yeah.
so everything kind of like makes sense the moment you start learning about the culture and the religion that they believe in and so and so.
Right. Is this which classes are you taking right now? Like about art history.
Right now, I'm taking non-Western,
Okay.
so
Nice.
basically, it's everything that is not European influenced.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I think the first semester we were learning about Africa. I
Hmm.
had never loved so much. I had never seen Africa in a different light ever in my life. So the fact
Mm.
that I was able to kind of see, like, whoa, I was never taught this here. Like, what they
Uh-huh.
did that? Like, because because here, you know, no shade to America, but maybe a little shade, but
Yeah.
but like but like it's they don't explain like how advanced Africa, you know, can actually is, you know?
Yeah.
Like they don't explain like how there are some civilizations there that have their own type of style and their own type of way of being without, you know, without the influence of the Europeans because we always seen or it's always been expressed that Africa was very primitive or something
Right.
like that, and that's
Hmm.
completely absurd and incorrect. If
Hmm.
anything, we probably should have learned more from them
Right.
than from us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
totally.
in, so I really like the fact that the professor took exactly diversity exactly. So I just really love the fact how she kind of like puts them like on what's the word for it? Um, it's like it exposes, you know, that like white privilege type of deal or that like
Mhm.
white mindset, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
just that Western culture is
mhm,
more advanced, right? Like
exactly.
that's the one we want to focus on.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's great. It sounds like you are really loving where you're at right now.
I really
And as I might sound biased, but as someone who went to UTA and also took art history classes, I know the feeling. I too was like the same, just like I can learn all this, I can do all this. Like
hmm
it's exciting, and that's I'm so happy for you that you're able to do that. Like just really dive in. You're gonna grow so much, Yeltsin. Like I'm so excited for you.
I really hope so. Like it's kind of nerve wracking, but at the same time very exciting because like I feel like I'm absorbing all this information. I'm like, whoa,
Uh-huh.
like it's stuff that schools don't explain or really tell students.
Hmm.
And the fact that I had to learn this in college is kind of like Like, I could have learned this all the way before. Why do I have to learn it? I'm 26 years old right now, so why did I have to learn all of this at this
Yeah.
time? That makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
um,
know. It really, yeah, it's sad. Like when you
hmm,
realize that. Which, but then, we can talk about it to other people, like, you know,
ooh,
reference it and be like, "Hey, did you know this? Let me
hmm.
show you this painting."
It's like,
Or
fun fact.
yeah, actually, Picasso was painting African masks. Did you know,
Shell, shell.
Actually, yeah. Oh, cool. Well, it is 7:29. Yeltsin, thank you so much for joining us. We love you so much. Thank you for
Thank you for
just
having
being
me.
you and just being a great student and artist. And we really appreciate you. And thank you, everyone that joined us. Thank you for your
Yeah,
questions and support. And we'll have more of these coming up with other alumni. So we're really excited to keep doing this and catch up with all of you. So thank you
mhm.
so much.
Thank y'all.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.